Hello students, now we are going to see how to create a database using MS Access. This is the first look when you will open your MS Access. Okay, this is Office 2007, MS Access 2007 I am using. If you are going to use MS Access 2010 or MS Access 2013, the feature will be quite similar to each other. Only the interface means only the outlook, the thing which is displaying over here, the contents will be similar to each other, only the looks will be different. Okay, that is called interface. So here we are going to create a simple database. So I will tell you how to create a database, how to create a table, how to create a query in that and all. Okay, so and in the beginning you can see here a blank database is given over here. The time when you will click on the blank database, you can see this side the option has started see. Okay, you can see these options are available right now over here. Out of these options, you can see a blank database option is given. Here we can change the name of the database. Okay, whatever name you want to keep, you can take it according to your requirement. Okay, if you are going to create a student database, you can write here student details or student data or whatever. Okay, if you are going to create employees detail, you can write here employees detail and all. If you want to create something else, whatever you want to create, according to that you can write your file name. If you want to change the location of the file, like where your file is going to be saved. Okay, so right now it is going to save in C drive, user file, Vikas and document. So inside the document I will able to see my file. If you want to change the location, you can click on this file button. Okay, if you will click on this file button, a window will appear, and from here if you want to save on the desktop, you can select this desktop button. If you want to save in some other drives like D drive, E drive and all, so you can select out of this, and when you will press OK button, you will see some changes over here, and that changes will get applied to your file. So suppose that if I want to save this file on the desktop, so I select the desktop and then I will press OK. Okay, if you want to change the name, you can change the name also. You can see here the database extension is coming over here. It is ACCDB. This is the extension of a database. Okay, so after selecting this, you can press on the create button. Okay, the time when you will click on the create button, see this is the look, look you will able to see on your screen. Now out of this you can see this is the table. Okay, this is the first table which is appearing right now on my screen. This is the default one, but we have not yet designed the table. So what we will do, we will design the table. So to design the table, you can go to this view option in the ribbon option. Go to the database tab, and the database ribbon will appear over here, and then from here you can select either datasheet view and design view. Datasheet view is used to enter the data after creating a table. Okay, and design view is used to create a table. Okay, to design the table. So we will click on the design view. When you will click on the design view, it will ask that what is your table's name. So if you want to select the table's name, or if you want to write the table name, so you can write the table name also, like student. Suppose that if I am creating a student table data, then I will write the according to that I will write the name of a student, and after that I will press OK button. After pressing OK button, see here this is the option which you will, this is the window which you will able to see on your screen. Okay, now in this window you can see three options are available. First is field name, then data type, and then the descriptions if you want to give. Okay, now field name. Before the field name, first field name, you can see the primary key is already applied over here. If you want to remove the primary key, you can directly click on this primary key button. The primary key will get removed. If you want to add the primary key, you can click on the primary key. The primary key will get added. So what is the need of a primary key? Primary key means with the help of a primary key, we can add, we can make that particular field a unique field. Okay, it means there in that particular field there will be no duplicate data, there will be no repeated data, and all. So primary key means every data of the primary key should be unique. Okay, so I will remove it right now. There is no need of that. So I am going to create a student database. So what are the fields I can take and what are the data types I can take? I will select it from here. Okay, now whatever fields I am going to select, I have already created one table, so I will show you that. Okay, so this is the table. Okay, this is the table which I have already created. Okay, this is I have opened right now a data sheet view. Now how you will come to know that you are in a data sheet view right now or a design view? So you can come down here somewhere. Yes, here you can see here. When you will take your mouse pointer to this particular position, see, currently this particular option is highlighted. It means this is the current view which is appearing on your screen, and this view is data sheet view. Okay, this view is data sheet view. Now if I will change the view to the design view, now see, it will get changed. It will take little time. Okay, it is asking yes. Okay, now see this, I have changed the design view to the data sheet view. Now here when you will come down, you will able to see the option has been changed now. Okay, it has came to the data sheet view. Now design view is getting highlighted. It means currently right now we are at design view. Okay, see, now I have taken some fields. Okay, these are the fields name and these are the data types. Okay, like in our book also some data types are given here. That same data types are displayed over here. Like first field name I have taken is ID of the student. Okay, now ID of the student, I have taken the ID of the student and the data type is text. And in the description you can write the description. It is not necessary to write the description. Description is only for our reference. It will not show you in the output area. It is just for the reference that what kind of data you are going to put. Okay, so the first field is student ID student. So ID of the student can be in number as well as in text, right? So therefore I have taken the data type text. Okay, these are the following data types which are available in a Microsoft Access. Like text is there, memo, number, date and time, currency, auto number, yes, no, OLE object, hyperlink, and lookup wizard. Okay, so I have already taken text over here because my student ID of the student can be of number as well as text. So that is why I will come to the datasheet view. You can see here I have entered the ID of the students. Some of them are numbers as well as combination of numbers and letters, both are there. So these kinds of data type can be put in in a text format, in a text data type. Okay, again I will go to the design view. Okay, now my next field is uh, name of the student. Okay, name of the student, obviously it can be only in text, so I will take text. Now see, one more thing is there. This property will be visible over here. If I will select the first one, now see, the first one I have taken text as a data type. So text data type, the field size of the text data type, maximum characters you can enter is 255. Okay, you cannot exceed from 250 from after 255. So that is why it is showing the characteristics of the text data type. Okay, these are the characteristics. There is no need to change over here. If you want to change, if you want to reduce the text size, then you can reduce it from here. You cannot exceed it, but you can reduce it. So if you want to reduce it, okay, it is not getting reduced, it is not editable. I am not able to edit it. Okay, so you cannot edit this. Okay, format you can apply, like what kind of format can be applied, you can write the format. Okay, but these things are not so important right now, so we are not going to see. Next field is name of the student, and here also I have taken text. Next is date of birth. In the date of birth I have taken date and time. Okay, now see, date of birth I have taken date and time. The format is quite different over here. Okay, like medium date, like what kind of date you want to choose, you can select it from here. Medium date is your date will display something like this. Okay, if you want to display long time, you can display like this. If you want to display long date, like this will be the option. If you will select the general date, then it will display like this. Date as well as time, both will get displayed. Okay, so it depends upon the criteria. So if I'll select this one, it is not getting selected. Okay, it is not getting selected. Like this is the options, these are the options you can select, out of which whichever is required according to your project, you can select that. Okay, so again I will go to the design view. Now you can see here the dates which are available over here. These are the way you can select the dates. We will continue the second part of this video, because this video is going quite long.